This show is a Phonic Media production.
Hey friend, today on the podcast we're navigating some big decisions in life and business, and we're taking you along for the ride, whether you like it or not. Hey?
I like the shimmy.
You like it? Oh, my man tits wobbling about on my t-shirt. Hey friend, how the devil are ya? Welcome back to the podcast. The number one podcast, still the number one podcast recorded in this living room, and also in the top 200 comedy interview podcast in Albania last week.
Wow,
So
and
let's put it on you.
big news, in the top 2.5% globally.
Oh yeah, it is actually.
That's actually a pretty big
That is
deal.
good. Oh, I haven't got any rounds of applause. I should. Oh, we go. There you go.
Hey!
Well done, us.
I mean, I don't know where they get their numbers from, but hey, we'll
Fuck
take
it.
it.
We will take it. We'll take it. So welcome along to the podcast. Today on the pod, we are talking about navigating decisions in life and business.
Sometimes you don't articulate your words. Say that again, because that was just like, that's all I hear.
Today on the pot.
That's probably pot. On the pot.
I said,
Oh my God.
Today on the pot. Guys, do you want to tell everyone?
Just say that line and then we'll tell everyone.
Today on the podcast, we're talking about navigating big decisions in life and business.
Right, thank you. Better.
Better.
So, confession is that I was getting ready upstairs.
Hold tight. Guys.
I was getting ready upstairs. We haven't had this
Live
for a while, have we?
injury.
Oh my goodness. And I went to walk out my bedroom, and you're going to cringe.
Our bedroom. She doesn't got her own bedroom.
And I've whacked my little toe, you know, like on the corner of the bed.
Oh.
So it almost like split, and I felt it like...
You're so... This is you to a T.
I felt
my
it
friend,
like...
my toe like split. You've stubbed your toe.
But I have this...
You fucking stubbed your toe, that's it.
So I don't think I've stubbed it. I've like pulled my...
You
like,
have.
I've ripped it out of
You
its
haven't
socket.
ripped it out of its socket.
Oh
It's
my
not,
God, honestly,
you can still...
it is so painful, and I'm sat here now and my toe is throbbing. And the thing is, I've got this really annoying thing where if someone hurts themselves, I go, just think no pain, think no pain. So rather than being like, fucking fuck, I just sat on the bed, held my foot and was like, just calm down. And now
She's so zen.
it is so painful.
So she's battling through, guys. She's battling through.
Do you know the worst thing though? It made me look at my feet, and then I was like, I used to have really nice feet, and now my toes just look all weird. So I don't know if I have actually broken it, or if my feet are just not that nice as they used to be.
There you go, guys.
Anyway,
so
big decisions.
if you hear any like, or if Hayley's not on her
That's
A
why.
game, it's because she's not just stubbed her toe, she split her toe.
It is
Says
so
upstairs in my
painful.
bedroom, I split my toe. I split my toe.
And then I said to James,
stubbed her fucking
I wish
toe.
I could tell you how painful it is. He went, you're giving it a good go though, aren't you?
Fucking were though, wouldn't you?
Anyway, hello. I think we need to go straight into
5 minutes
our
later.
review of the week.
Let's have a review of the week. So today's review of the week. Hey, by the way, if you'd like to get a shout out on the podcast, you can do so. All you got to do is leave us a review, either on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or anywhere else. Fuck it.
Wherever.
But today's review of the week came from YouTube. The old YouTube. This one is from Ian Collins. Big shout out to Ian Collins. Thank you for the review. 5-star review. This podcast has everything. Exclamation, 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 space, unneeded.
Don't need that.
Informative, space, comma, don't need it. Insightful and funny. It's perfect for visual and audio media. Wow, this is a fucking review and a half, isn't it? Positive Hayley has a great laugh and very pretty to watch on YouTube. And Beast James has a face for radio.
Yeah, I'd say that.
How
Face
dare
for
you.
radio.
Anyway,
And a voice.
a quality programme. Keep up the good work, guys. We appreciate it. So big shout out to Ian Collins. 5-star review of the week.
I've got to read this one out. You know we love our hatred as well. This one just cracked me up.
You so much right now. I hate you so much right now.
Getting
YouTube
up in
hate
our
us, don't they?
face.
Yeah,
Getting up in our
fucking get
face.
in my
And it's
face.
another Simon. I'm sure we've had a Simon before. It could be the same one.
Is it all if you're a dickhead and you're called Simon, email or get in touch with us via Instagram at Business Marriage Pod and just say Simon Dick. Just send us Simon Dick.
His review is literally, it just says, this is why people shouldn't be allowed to have podcasting equipment.
Oh,
So I'm actually going to call
bitchy.
it a meow, or the way, meow.
Oh,
Meow,
sorry, Simon. Sorry, Simon, you little.
Can't do that. Sorry, Simon.
Sorry, Simon.
Don't fucking listen.
If you don't like it, don't watch it, you fucking arsehole.
Move on,
Simon.
Move on.
Hey, Simon. You like that?
Anyway, so today we're talking
Simon.
Today we're talking about navigating big decisions in life and business, because at the minute in our business...
Excuse me, Simon's not even got a logo. He's just one of them shitheads that's got like a Google account.
Fuck
it, Simon. S for shithouse.
I don't know if we like to swear with our fingers.
I do.
Of course you do.
My brother. Do you know why? I don't know why. One finger feels like worse than two, doesn't it? Like two's like, oh fuck off. One's like, fucking do ya.
Right
there.
Oh god.
Oh, it's a strong
anyway,
such a show.
Moving on.
It's because blame the pain, isn't it? Blame the pain.
Actually, that helps. So I'm not thinking about it. Now I'm thinking about it. So yeah, navigating big decisions. So in the business, we've got so much going on. I am at the point where I need to basically pull up my big girl pants and take it to the next level.
Pull up and take it, exactly.
Oh God.
Pull up and take it to the next level.
Some people have actually emailed me to say that you just come across like a sex pest. Just saying. So I'm at the point where I need to start thinking much more strategically in my business, because as much as I love what I do and I love being in control and being flexible with my time, etc., I'm getting to the point where it's like I actually can't take on much more work. So
can't take on any more work.
James sat down and was like, right, that's it. I'm putting an advert out for you. We're going to recruit a new employee. So I'm very excited. We've shortlisted 5, haven't we?
We have.
They've got amazing skill sets in social media, design,
graphic design, websites.
So it's a big step for me, guys, but I just thought I'd share where I'm at, because I'm guessing there might be people listening. Maybe you've not taken on your first employee. When I say employee, I'm not actually employing them through the business. I'm going down a freelancer model, because for me, it's a good way that I can...
No, you're not.
Scout.
Oh, my fucking God.
Not?
No.
Oh, right.
They're going to work for you full time.
Oh, okay. So, I pay them wages through the business.
What did you think you were going to do?
I thought they would just be paid as like a freelancer. It's good that we know this.
No, you employ them.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. So I am going proper full employee mode.
Yes.
Okay, I need to look at that then. Exactly.
Yeah, so you need to put a contract in place. Maybe get them to sign an NDA and all that stuff.
So we were going
non-compete
through.
clause.
So James put the advert out there and was like, right, we just got to do it.
I'm going to have to do the whole thing by the sounds of it. Jesus.
And then the other night he's like,
right, go down a freelance model. The exact opposite thing that you're doing.
That's what I thought I was doing. That is so funny. Yeah.
No.
But like a full-time freelancer.
But that's not a fucking freelancer, is it? They work for you full-time.
Yeah, but if you go on the payroll, you've got to do like pensions, all that kind of stuff.
Not if they're not in this country, you don't.
Okay. All right, I'm learning. Always learning.
Wow, this is an educational podcast now.
Our Friday night.
It's Friday what? We're gonna get freelancer. It's Friday
what was that song that girl brought out? Friday, gotta get up on Friday.
Yeah, she made like millions out of it.
Song. Anyway, so Friday night, Jane's like, right, we need to sit down and go through all of the CVs. Oh my goodness. So I think there's a lot to be said about, I think they say now, don't they, like often they say with CVs, don't submit a photo. You should know nothing about them. But the great thing when you're looking for someone who has like design is you can tell straight away. So James was just pulling them up and I'd look over his shoulder, I'd look at their portfolio and I'd just be like, no. And you were laughing your head off, weren't you? It was like the easiest. I was like, don't even have to think about it.
To be fair though, in that kind of instance, it is really easy to tell who's right and who's not, because if they can't make their CV look nice, and if their their portfolio doesn't look cracking, then you're like, oh.
But it's a big step,
that's your best shop window, because that's effectively what it is. Your CV used to be a shop window, now like your portfolio is
clip art from like the 90s.
Yeah,
fuck off.
Probably not.
No offence, but no.
Probably not.
Doesn't cut it. But there are some big learning curves. Number one, it's like, I think when you run your own business and you're at the point where you're a micro business, it might just be you. You do get used to doing everything yourself. And it is very hard to almost, not in a big headed way, but it's almost hard to take that step back and think that someone's going to come in and be better than you.
Oh, God forbid someone's better than
No, but because
Hayley
you're so used to doing everything, it's like a control thing.
Yeah, 100%.
So you almost feel like, I can't imagine almost like delegating this work to someone, I feel like I'd have to handhold them and like tell them exactly what they need to do. But the truth is, they'll probably come in and be better than me.
Yeah. But that's what you
Which
recruit
is
for,
fantastic.
isn't it? Yeah.
And it's funny because I've been going around thinking I just need like another me, and then I think it was you and a few others are like, no, you don't need another you. You want to bring in someone who's better at something than you are. And I'm like, exactly. So I don't know. It's just a really.
It's very uncomfortable because
it's uncomfortable. But like for you now, you know, with a team of people, all with individual skill sets that probably exceed your skills in those particular areas.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you can grow and you can scale, you know, you can leverage that expertise. Like, so for me, it's just a massive growth zone, but one that I know I need to go through.
They often say, don't they? I don't know who they are. Who are they?
Who are they?
But they say you should recruit just before you're ready.
Yeah.
So like you were saying, I don't think I need someone full time. That's exactly the point.
Yeah.
You need someone full time,
Yeah.
and you do.
I do.
Because like a lot of the sort of the traditional, I guess, almost like conventional wisdom in the UK is like, you know, don't do a £10 an hour task. You know, don't do a £10 an hour task. It's beneath you. Don't do a £20 an hour task.
Which
is fine.
Which is great.
But if you've got some other activity that's going to make you more than £10 an hour, if not, do your own fucking washing. Do your own fucking cleaning. Like, don't get somebody in to do shit that you can do if you're not spending the time doing something more valuable.
Yeah.
But you have got to the point now where you just need somebody else. You're going to have to take on somebody else because you've absolutely maxed out. And when you get to, you could stay as a one-woman band.
One-woman band.
One-person band.
One person,
One they-them band, whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the only way to then scale up your prices or your profitability is to charge more money.
Which is kind of not what I want to do.
And you've kind of fucking rinsed it, haven't you, from where you were at?
But that is the thing. People say to me, or, you know, you could earn more money and work with less people, which I get. But there is also, I have to remember my value of how I went into this business.
Yeah.
And some of my values are, I've seen people being charged extortionate thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds to build out a website. And I just think it's crazy. I just think
also,
it's crazy.
It's the sort of people that you want to work for.
Yeah,
So yes, it's your value of what you want to be able to deliver your clients, but also there's a certain demographic that you like working with, which is that sort of start to scale up.
Love it.
Entrepreneurs.
It's exciting.
Who can't spend 10 grand on a website and shouldn't spend 10 grand on a website because they don't fucking need to, you know, because it's just a shop window.
Yeah.
But so for you can't scale up the price of your time.
No.
So now you have to buy in more time. And that's effectively what you're doing.
And also, if I'm honest as well, it is that feeling
Go on, be honest, babes. Let it all out. Be honest, babes.
Because I get so close with my clients in a nice way. Obviously, because I work with them on branding, it quickly moves over to like marketing because we do like organic marketing together. And then I can almost see like so many areas where I could help them. And I know bits about a lot of things. And if I have someone in my team that is actually an expert in these areas, then I actually see it as like I can offer more value to my clients as well. So it's a win-win. So that's where I'm at. It's a big decision for me, but I know it's the right one.
But here's what's really interesting, that you've already taken sort of half the step because you have got a genuine freelancer who's here in the UK.
Yeah.
But actually, you can very easily, and for not lots more money, can quadruple 10x the time that she spends on the business by bringing in somebody full time. Now, what we're talking about here is we're looking to get somebody in who is overseas. And it just works on the scales of economy globally. You get people who've got, you know, super qualified, they've got marketing degrees, masters, like some of those people that you've qualified or shortlisted, they've got master's degrees in communication. Like they are amazing what they do. They just happen to live in a place that's a lot cheaper to live in. So therefore, you can pay them, you know, $600 to $800 a month, which is really good money over there. And you're getting someone amazing. But it also, and this is what I think is really important for business owners, it's that halfway house. And it protects you because you haven't got to have pensions, PAYE, tax, national insurance and all that kind of stuff. So you don't need to do those bits, but it gets you in the framework of the mentality of having an employee.
And I was a little bit against, being honest. I really wanted to keep it as a UK-based business. But the people that I've met, they're all kind of running their own freelance business, and I just couldn't make the financial numbers work without, like you say, going down that route of like really putting my price up. So for me at the minute, this is a good kind of initial step into
this is what I did as well.
The company.
You know, before I had people in house, I had one person. I had one person in house, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 2 of us in the UK and 4 in like dotted about.
Yeah.
Then at one point there was 2 of us in house and 7 freelancers. And you basically get to the point, and this is what I did. I got to a point where, right, have I got stability of cash flow for the next like 3 months? Right, well, let's bring somebody in and release 2 freelancers to release them back into the wild. Release the freelancers. But then not use them.
Yeah.
But then you're using, okay, it's a weird one because you've stopped maybe 2 people's salary and brought in 1 person. So actually you've effectively cut off half of their time. But because you've got them in-house, in London.
Why is it every episode?
Guys.
Oh, no.
No, what happens is, right,
I was going to say, why is it every episode we have this? But I honestly feel like I'm blanking over.
So you have 2 freelancers, 1 person in-house. So now you think, well, hang on, you're getting half the work done. But what you're not considering is geographical scales of economy. And what do I mean by scales of economy? So,
James,
when you're
stop.
in-house, no. So basically, but when you're in-house, you can look over someone's shoulder and go, I'll change that a little bit.
Looking back
over my shoulder.
I love a little sing-song.
But you can go, oh yeah, tweak that, do that and move that around a little bit. Yeah, that's good to go. Whereas when you work with freelance, and you will find this, obviously there is a lag of time. And sometimes there is how loud is that plane going over the top? Is somebody like putting another runway down the fucking road they didn't tell us about? It's probably because we're so popular these days.
Yeah,
it's probably like
it's probably someone just trying to
look through and go, oh yeah, that's where all that happens.
Yeah, hello.
But yeah, so for example, with graphics, you'll have to wait. You know, they'll do the graphics, then they'll send them to you. Then you'll have to give them feedback. Then you have to get that feedback back. Then they have to resend it and send it back across to you. But there are different ways. And again, you've got other platforms and softwares now.
Yeah.
Platform and software. Things like Zyflow. Shout out to Zyflow.
Don't talk to me
for
about
sign off.
software. Yeah, no, it's good.
So that means that before they finish the thing, you can see it and you can give your feedback in one place. Clever. So that's really useful.
Zyflow.
But what you're going to find now, and other people that are about to maybe take their side hustle into their full-time thing or take on their first members of team, you will stop spending your time on the work for clients, and then you will replace that work temporarily, and it's a fucking pain in the ass, but it's only temporary. You'll replace that by teaching other people what to do.
Yeah.
So you will go from doing the work to teaching someone else to do the work. And then you'll be like, well, I'm not saving any fucking time now. And you won't for the first month.
I have an amazing friend, Siobhan Mears. She's also been a client of
mine. Is she a friend? This has made it mystical now. Is she a friend? A lover?
But
what is she?
A friend because she's also someone that I've done a coaching program with, but she's also been a client. But I'd like to refer to her more as a friend.
Okay. You could call her.
She's my friend.
You could call her a friend.
But
friend
basically,
client.
she is a online business manager, strategist, and we were talking the other day, and she said about how it's so important, even if you're like a one-man band, to document how you do everything you do in your business.
She's so right, yes.
So like a workflow, so like a document, so that anyone could in theory open that document and it would have links to everything that they need. I mean, I've never done it, but I was like, that's so true, because if you have it all there and you bring someone in, straight away you can hit the ground running. So like for me, for example, one of my big things is like, how would I get out of my head like all the clients I'm working on, like this is their brand, this is like the ethos behind it, this is the kind of mood board, this is like, do you see what I mean? And I'm like, it's really a no-brainer.
You have a playbook.
Like, here's the brand kit, do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like,
or
when
you do
she
like a
said
little
that,
Loom
I
video
thought,
per person. She's so right as well, because that's what she does, isn't she? She helps
the Mears
like,
Collective. Go and have a look. She's great.
Oh, we're giving her a shout out.
Why not?
Yeah, she's great.
Just an impromptu shout out. But I thought, what a great idea, and it's so simple. So I'm going to do that as well as I move forward, because then as I bring people in.
Be ready though to be frustrated.
Be ready. I'm ready.
Because it is frustrating. The first couple of months is frustrating, but then you get to a point where, like last week, for example, I was out recording like 3 days all the time. Yeah. But I can do that. Knowing it's not like I'm having a jolly up. Do you know what I mean? But I also know that the day-to-day client work is being done while I'm not there.
Yeah. So
then it's. I remember. A friend of mine who's also a client, again, like a Siobhan, friend client, who was the former CEO of Thomas Cook. Nice. And I remember him saying to me, I said, what's the most difficult bit of your journey? So he opened his first shop when he was 19. Wow. And he ended up, when he ran, not Thomas Cook was the other big one, like Air Tours Group, he had 1,000 stores and 12,000 staff. Whoa. And I said, what was the biggest challenge? He said, honest to God, hand on heart, still the most difficult step is 1 shop to 2.
Wow.
One shop to two. And I think it's the same with employees.
Yeah,
no employees to one
So one
is
is
going to be the
hardest,
biggest jump
yeah.
because you have to, it's a mentality shift. It's a change in your mindset on how you distribute jobs and relinquish control. Because he said, once you've given up control to somebody else in another shop, you could just then do it again and again and again. So what you'll find now is that you can get your person to a certain place and then they will get fully busy.
Yeah.
So then you bring somebody else in. And either you train that person or they train that person.
Oh, I'm excited.
Exciting times. Should we do a little bit of a small business shout?
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do a small business shout. Okay. This is not a small business shout, is it? Sorry about that. Here you go. Small business. It's been so long since you've done one of these, guys. I can't even remember how to do it.
Yeah, we've got a bit broke, haven't we, the last few weeks?
It's Father's Day yesterday at the time of recording. I had a lovely little day.
Didn't you? Wasn't it the dream day?
The dream
day? The day you've
It was
always
nice.
dreamed of? We went to Harvest. It was lovely, apart from their aircon didn't seem to be working, but it was a really nice day.
Oh, the dirty double bird burger, no?
Do you know
It was
what?
unbelievable.
Sorry,
Most
so
uncomfortable point was hearing your dad
Harvester,
ordering though.
So
I love the double.
old school. But we went on holiday with mum and dad this year and we went to a Harvest because it was really easy and the kids just love like the whole salad bar. So I thought, okay,
Anyway, to
we'll
get
go
veg in the
today,
kids, do it.
book a Harvester with mum and dad, great fun. But on the menu, I just thought it was funny. It's like the Dirty Bird Burger, and it's just listening to my dad order the Dirty Bird Burger.
He kept referring to it as well. I think I'm going to get the dirty bird burger. I'm like, oh my god.
It's
Please
just
stop saying
do you
Dirty
think
Bird.
the waitresses are just like do that on purpose? They're all like
Probably.
sniggering around the back.
It's absolutely delicious, to be fair.
Well, I didn't have it. It's nice.
It was very,
Fried
very
steak,
nice.
It's very nice.
Shout out to the Harvester. Small business.
Yeah, not a small business at all. So this company, I've got to shout them out. So they're called Roy's Boys, and they
I haven't got them. You keep talking. I'm going to go get some. Quick, go.
I think they're on the stairs.
Go.
So basically, for Father's Day, I ordered James a gift and the two boys. It's like matching socks. So what they do, I'll read it here. So they're Roy's Boys is a character gifting brand that offers premium quality, sustainable gifts. Their forte is bringing fun designs for kids and adults, not just for boys. So basically, you go on their website and it's things like Peppa Pig, Bluey, all of these different children's characters. And they make like socks, pajamas, swimwear, but you can buy them in like adult size and kids, so your whole family can have their own version. So
these are my
these
Bluey.
are the Bluey socks.
If you're a dad or a parent of small children, you probably have watched Bluey.
Oh my
if
God,
you
it's
haven't,
the best
do yourself a favour. It's
ever.
hilarious.
So they've all got matching socks, and I just think it makes such a great gift.
It came in like a little peg and
and
beautifully
it comes
gift
in
wrapped.
a really nice like an eco-friendly box, packaging, no plastic. So if you're looking for gift ideas, go check them out. So it's www.roys-boys.com.
What a brilliant little gift. The little George's little sockies. And they got a little peg in there. Oh, it's too cute. Anyway, shout out Roy's Boys. It was fantastic. Thank you for making Father's Day. So there we go. Small bits of shout out. Right, what are we talking about now? Oh, here we go.
Well, so
Smart business done.
So we spoke about, obviously, navigating big decisions in our work. And I thought, well, why not look at life and the big decisions that you face in life? Like, who are you going to spend the rest of your life with? How do you know when do you know the one is the one?
Yeah.
It's a big decision, right?
I think with like big decisions, they're probably made up of lots of little decisions over time, isn't
almost
it?
like, can't bother to go out on the dating scene again. Yeah, go on then. Like that.
Is that how you thought about it?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
No, I'm joking. But jokes aside, you always thought that I was the one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Didn't you see like, I'm not making this up, didn't you see like a psychic or someone?
No, I probably told you that at the time.
And they were like, oh, I can see this woman, she's got brown hair. That's what you told me.
Did I tell you that?
Yeah.
I was probably blagging you, to be fair.
Really? No, you didn't tell me to like get me to go out with you. God, you're not that good. Do you not remember that?
Didn't have to try that hard either, did I? Oh, yay!
You did, yeah.
No, I
For
didn't.
months and months. I wasn't interested for ages.
Shut up! You well fancied me. You well fancied
an
me.
idiot.
No,
Do you not remember that?
You
story? Do you
no,
genuinely not remember
admit
that
it because
story?
else now I look like a.
I did.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Do you honestly not remember that you told me that?
I can't remember that.
I'm sure you'd seen a psychic. Or,
Why would I have seen a psychic when I
don't
wasn't
know,
with you?
Someone had said, like, I see you being with a woman, she's got brown hair, and you were with a girl at the time who had brown hair, and you were like, no, not her. No, you don't remember?
I don't remember that.
Oh, great story. Great story, guys. No, but seriously.
Did I tell you that, though?
You did.
Oh, right.
But seriously.
I think I might have lied to you.
That is such a big thing, isn't it? Like, making that decision of who you're going to spend the rest of your life
But again,
with.
I don't
suppose
think...
you're not necessarily going, I'll spend the rest of my life with you.
No, it's like I'll knock about with you for a bit. I'm still thinking that now. I'll knock about with you for a bit and see what happens.
Till we get bored.
Do you notice, by the way, Hayley made the cup of tea today. So if my mug looks absolutely filthy, by the way, I'm embarrassed by it.
I don't even know why. I've just started licking all the tea stains off the side. I was like, that looks nice.
You're
isn't
disgusting.
It? Licking it off.
Yeah, but I don't think you don't make that. I don't think there's ever that like one big leap, is it? I think that's almost like grandiose. The movies make you think that.
Yeah,
life.
Maybe I watched too many of those.
Yeah, I
movies,
think you
don't
probably
I?
do.
But when we got engaged, we'd only been together. Was it a year? Were we living together? Can't even think.
No, we weren't.
I don't think we were living together there. And we'd gone away on our first holiday to Ibiza. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And we'd gone out this night, and you were so nervous. You were being really odd, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Because I had like a 1,300 quid ring in my pocket,
And then I was
that
just
was a fortune back at the time.
And I was like, "You're being really shifty." And then I started clocking on, like, is something happening? And then we were walking back, weren't there? And there was like a little inlet to the beach.
Yeah.
And we got on the beach, and honestly, as soon as your foot touched the sand, you were like on one knee and asked me to marry you.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, go on then, all right.
No, you were like, I can't believe it. It's the best day of my life. Yeah.
I wasn't, though. That's the thing. I think I was more shocked than anything. And we'd only been together a year, hadn't we? And I remember just being like, this is weird. Not weird,
Wow.
as in... No,
how romantic.
Sounds bad, doesn't it? No.
The reason I was cagey that day, though, is because we went to Ibiza, we'd
It was
flown
just a
in
really
that
weird
day,
night,
and we'd
yeah.
flown in like early in the morning,
Yeah.
and our room wasn't ready.
Yeah.
So we couldn't...
You were all like panicked.
So, yeah, because I had this ring, and
Yeah.
again, at the time, it was a fortune. I was like, well, how do I get it through security? So I had it wrapped in a tissue in my pocket. But, like, obviously, you have to go through security twice. And I was like, oh,
You
my
were
God.
so nervous.
And then the whole thing was, my plan, I'm so glad I fucking didn't do it now, but around by one of the coves, there's the sunset. So I think it's in front of Cafe Mambo or something. And as the sunset's right in front of the bar,
so nice.
and everyone goes and sits on the rocks. So we did it the following
Yeah.
day. But my plan was to go and do it there and then. Again, like looking at it now, it'd be like tourist central would have been awful. But we had gone to like, we'll have like a little sleep in the afternoon because we were so tired from the early morning flight, and we ended up sleeping for like 4 hours. So we woke up, and that's why I was like, "Oh my God, quick! We've got to get out and go for dinner." You're like, "What's the rush?" I'm like, "Oh, come on, we've got to go."
And that's what I meant.
'Cause I missed the sunset.
It was just a weird night, wasn't it? It was just like you were just not yourself, and then all of a sudden we were engaged, but the ring didn't fit. Do you remember? And we had to go and buy like a
Little cheap plastic one, didn't we?
Aw.
And do you remember I got really drunk that night? I said I was going for a tattoo.
Honestly, we sat there.
Oh,
James got more and more drunk and was telling me how he got this idea that he was going to go and get a tattoo. You know, like back in the day when drunk people go to like these resorts and just think it's a really good
tattoo.
idea to get a tattoo.
Why do people do that?
So it's
actually?
not a good idea. Much like the hair braiding, not a good idea
No.
to have your scalp exposed that way when you're on a hot holiday. Not good.
Especially if you're a pasty white tourist, don't
But
do it to
James
yourself.
just went on and on. I think in the end I just snapped and I was, go and get fucking twat tattooed on your head. Go on.
The night we got engaged. Hayley, everybody.
I know.
Hayley.
There you go. And
But yeah, I don't think, and again, I think in life and business and all this stuff,
You don't
I don't
think
think
about
these big
big
decisions, I think they're
You're just
incremental.
in
Because
the
even like when you
moment.
decide to have
Yeah.
children, again, in the movies, like,
yeah.
let's have children. Then you bonk once, it's like, oh, now there's
Yeah.
a baby. And like,
Whereas,
actually.
as we know, ours was like 3 years in the making.
But there's lots of like incremental steps.
Because
that-
we've always said that we just like bumble along and these things just happen. But maybe that's the same for everyone. Maybe like
think
you
so.
say, the movies make it out like there's this big decision. and
If you
it's
do,
like-
in fact, just not for like the purpose of like social media content, just to allay our fears. If you do, just bumble along.
Yeah.
You just wait on YouTube or
Yeah.
Instagram
Just say
or
we're with
just
you.
bumble. Can you just
Oh,
text the word bumble?
Bumble. Much like the word disco that James asked people to
fucking
text.
nightmare.
You wait until you see James doing his disco roller skating. I ordered some gorgeous hot pants that are due to arrive, and as soon as they're here, that's going to be done.
I did not think we were going to get people to vote. I had certain people, Gary Wright, who just wrote glitter 10 times.
Oh, was
That
it
didn't count.
Oh, glitter, yeah, then we moved away from that one. Yeah. But no, big decisions in life. And it's like you say, with the kid thing, I think the biggest, obviously there's so many big decisions when it comes to children, isn't there? Like, you know, even from like the birth, for example, are you going to have a water birth? Are you going to have hospital, home birth, like all of these things? Then are you going to breastfeed? Are you going to bottle feed? Like, it's just continual stuff. But I think one of the biggest one for me was finding a nursery. Do you remember? Oh
Yeah,
my
it took
God.
ages, didn't it?
We went round so many nurseries, and some of them, honestly, it was just like snot fest. I just remember walking in and just thinking there was just snot everywhere. Like, everyone just looked grubby and snotty, and I was like, no, I hate every second. And then when we found the one that they go to now, it was like, they were lovely, weren't they?
Yeah.
Wasn't necessarily the most
some of them
glamorous.
were like really fancy.
Some
and
of them were like, we do like Annabelle Carmel menu, and I'm like, brilliant, okay, that's great. These were just
We
so
have wind
much
chime
more,
time.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Our nursery is just so, it sounds silly.
They're just real people, aren't they?
So
Just
about
loving
the kids.
people, yeah.
They just generally enjoy entertaining the kids and nurturing them. So yeah, we love it. It's quite a big decision. Do you remember that first day? Oh my God, when we had to send Louis to nursery, he was like a really clingy child, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, it was absolutely awful.
Heartbreaking.
And I had to just like, almost like hand him over, and he was crying his eyes out. Do you remember we went to the field behind and we just like went for a loop?
And we could still hear him, couldn't we?
Oh, it's
wailing.
absolutely awful.
Because remember we took him to when we used to go to Virgin Active down the road.
Yeah.
We took him into a drop-in session. They're like, he'll be absolutely fine. Leave him with us. Go and enjoy yourself.
bad.
15 minutes later, they phoned us like, yeah, can you come and get him?
We
Because
were
we
just sat in
can't
the
calm him
cafe,
down.
didn't we? We
Yeah.
didn't even go into the gym or anything, and they were just like, yeah, you need to come and get me. He hated it, but nursery, he actually grew to love it. He just
did,
hated leaving us, didn't he?
Yeah.
Whereas George, on the other hand, he's just like, he's straight in there. He loves
But even
it,
like with
doesn't
the kids thing, like nurseries and schools, because there's so many people that I talk to who don't agree with the schooling system, but you still fucking send them.
he? Well, yeah, I'm not.
You
homeschooling.
still send them.
Yeah.
So again, you sort of make these big decisions about, and like when you think about it with schools, you're kind of committed to being there if
For
you're doing the right
years.
thing for your kids for years. So like now we've got to live in this area. We've got to be around this area for the next like 13 years.
It's such a big thing. 'Cause we say
Which is
that
a big
lot,
thing, but you
don't
don't
we?
think that it's a big thing at the time.
We're often we've got some friends that live just slightly further out, a bit more country, and it's beautiful around there. And we often say, oh, like, could we live out here? But then the actual, what that would mean to move is so massive now, isn't it? Like, that would mean taking the kids out of school, moving them. It's like,
I'm only doing it if we're going to Australia.
yeah, that has
I'll only
been.
rip them away from their family and break their hearts for a very good
If
reason.
anyone's got any good jobs for us to do when we go to Australia, we might consider moving there. What do you reckon?
I would like to be on what's the radio station? Nova. Hey, you're Nova.
You're Nova.
You're Nova in Melbourne. If Melbourne's
can you
you're
imagine
Nova.
us living in Australia? Where would we live?
Melbourne.
Have to be Melbourne.
Yeah, well, obviously your brother lives there.
Okay. Should we do it?
Or
Should we do it on a vote, or is that too?
Yeah.
Is that, or a life decision
Just
on
vote.
a vote?
No, yeah, fuck
just
it.
Just write Australia.
Australia,
Do you think we
just-
should move to Australia? Just write Australia.
Yeah, just Oz. Just text the
yeah,
word Oz. And if we get 10, we'll relocate our entire family because of this podcast.
I don't think we will.
You could do it from Australia though.
You could.
But again, this is the thing, right?
Is
you
the grass greener?
Oh yeah,
Is it greener?
it is over there.
It
It's
actually
got
is.
less pollution, mate.
And when we've been there, we've absolutely loved it. But then
Yeah.
I suppose,
But you're in holiday mode, aren't you?
yeah, and working there would be different.
Yeah.
And imagine my hair in that heat all the time.
Think about it, though. Your brother
Yeah.
just done the painting and decorating for Christian O'Connell
he did.
on Gold Radio, who used to work at
in
Absolute
the
Radio, which was Virgin Radio before it was Absolute. Like he's been around, he's done XFM. Christian O'Connell was
I love
amazing.
Chris O'Connell.
I wonder if I could get a job as his exec producer.
Maybe.
You're Nova.
Maybe not.
Probably not as good as I think I am anyway.
Yeah.
Right, you've got a challenge for me, haven't you?
Not
is it,
yet.
is it challenge time?
We've got to do our mug.
Oh yes, who's been muggy? I've forgotten all about this because it's been so long since we've done
I
it
know.
properly.
We've been so
sorry.
off, I can't
even find my jingles.
target.
I've lost my
Is that the right
jingles.
thing? Oh, get your jingle out.
Here we go.
Here we go.
There's a mug. Oh, oh, that was bad, wasn't it? Let's try again. Are we all ready? At home? You ready?
Are we ready, more like?
3, 2, 1. Who's a mug? Who's a mug? Have you been a mug? Who's been a mug?
Who's a mug?
Come on,
Who's a
tell
mug?
them who's been a mug. Have you been a mug?
So, okay,
This week's different.
it is a bit different. So I have had lots of people that always engage with me and make sort of like, oh, it's almost a bit muggy, but it's not muggy enough, or they're not actually telling me they've done something. Muggy, that was my toe. I just bent my toe.
Are you okay?
No.
She bent her toe, guys.
Honestly, I think I've broken it. If I look under the
You have
table,
not
it's probably
broken it.
purple.
Let me have a look. Oh, fucking hell. It's absolutely fine.
It's swollen.
Get over it. Come on.
Anyway, so I have a lot of people that make reference to, that could get a mug, but they're not actually telling me they've done something muggy.
So they want the mug, but they're not prepared to admit to being muggy.
No.
Fuck, that's muggy in and of itself.
And so this person has often said, like, I'm really thinking of something muggy, but I just can't quite think of anything that's enough. And then she wrote in, and I thought, to me, this sounds like you've been a bit of a mug. Because I appreciate
You've been muggy.
I appreciate the commitment to the show, to watching it, but if it's going to cause you actual harm, then I think you've been a mug. So this is...
Oh, yeah, this is good.
This is Kat Slade. So she wrote in, so she's watching on YouTube, okay? She's new to YouTube. She's always been listening. Loved this episode. It's the first one I've watched on YouTube because I usually listen on Spotify. Oh, a Spotify listener. I laughed too much. In brackets, just had surgery and don't want to burst my stitches, but it was worth it. I'll get the hubby to listen to this one for sure. Keep them coming. I'm building your followers in Canada. So, Kat, thank you so much for your commitment, but you have been an absolute mug.
Who's a mug? Who's a mug? Kat's been a mug.
Who's mug? Who's mug?
I think we've got to send her a mug, haven't we?
Kat has been a mug. Kat, I've nominated you because I love the commitment, as I say. But don't burst your stitches because you're laughing too much.
Don't do that.
It's not worth it.
Don't do that.
It's not worth it. So, Kat,
I remember
in
that.
Canada...
Cheers, Cat Canada.
This is
Left
coming
me
in.
hanging.
That was awkward, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you hate when people do that when you go, when you go to like hug someone or like high five. We don't high five, but then they just like leave you hanging. I'm like, oh, so
mate, Gary always does that to you, doesn't he?
all the time. Then he goes,
Mugs
oh, I'm
ya.
only joking. Then he does it again. I'm like, oh god, you
So
got
Cat
me.
is getting a
You're a
mug,
mug.
wigging its
I
way
love
all
you,
the
but
way
you're
to.
a mug.
It's got to go all the way to Canada. You happy with
Yeah.
that? Because you
Yeah.
hate spending out on that, don't you?
To be honest, I'm all right. I'm getting over the shipping fees now.
Yeah, you're fine with it. Okay. Right, is it
Okay,
time for
it
is it
is.
time for the special segment?
Here we go.
Come on then. Here you go. Here's some dramatic music. Hayley's special segment.
So we're talking about big decisions. So I thought I'm going to give you the hero challenge.
I'm the hero.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to give you 3 scenarios.
Okay.
You're going to have 3 options
In each
of
scenario.
what you're going to do.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong. It's just for our own entertainment.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Hopefully for the entertainment of others as well.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Here we go.
So this is okay. Go on.
Scenario number 1.
Hold fire.
You find yourself surrounded by a group of ninjas in a dark alley. What would you do? Number 1.
Am I doing something wrong? Why am I in the alley? I need more context.
Don't be a dick. Option A. Do you channel your inner ninja skills and engage in an epic martial arts battle to defeat them all? Do you B. Quickly grab a nearby trash can lid and use it as a makeshift shield, then proceed to unleash a series of hilarious clumsy manoeuvres to confuse and outsmart the ninjas? Or number 3. Do you start singing a catchy song and break into an impromptu dance routine, distracting the ninjas with your unexpected musical talents? What would you do?
Oh.
We should have added there, would you break into song using some awful harmony that is out of your key? But I didn't.
Everybody wants kung fu vanilla. I would. How many ninjas are there?
6.
I'm gonna get fucking battered, aren't I? I think I'd still want to have a go though. I think I would grab a trash can lid and use it as a shield, and try. And even if I like whacked one of them, I'd be like, yes. I'd go for
The shield.
answer 2B, shield.
And if you were a ninja, what do you think your like special move would be?
Oh, flying roundhouse kick. It's the most fucking ninja shit ever.
Like
Yeah,
that. Love it.
yeah.
Okay.
They use it in UFC. It looks
they?
fucking mad. Yeah. Okay.
Scenario number 2.
Come on then.
You're trapped in a room
Oh no.
with a ticking time bomb
Oh shit.
that will explode in 1 minute.
Right.
What would you do?
Get out of the room.
Option A.
Oh, okay.
Begin frantically cutting random wires with a pair of
No.
scissors, hoping to disable the bomb
I'm not
through
an
sheer
idiot.
luck. Option B. Take out your smartphone, start Googling how to defuse a bomb while nervously reciting every line from action movies that involves bomb defusal.
Yeah.
Or option C, grab a nearby watermelon and place it on top of the bomb, declaring that if it explodes, at least it will be messy, fruity explosion.
I'm not doing one. Makes no sense to start cutting stuff.
No.
Absolutely no sense.
I know what I'd do.
Watermelon, I can see the concept of it, but really, it's just going to make a bigger mess.
Yeah.
Like, there's already going to be a mess.
Yeah.
I don't need to make a bigger mess. I'd definitely be Googling, because at least then you've got some resource
Nice.
at your fingertips to be able to, B.
I'd be Googling.
I'd be Googling.
But I'd
You fucking
Google
everything.
like to say how to defuse a bomb, and then I'd probably get completely sideswiped on like Instagram, and I'd just be like scrolling
Yeah.
down, and then
Oh my God, they do.
and then
This
I-
person does Canva hacks.
and then
Should
I'll
I
be
do
like,
Canva hacks?
oh, what was I doing again? And then I'll look over, and there'd just be like 1 second left, and that'd be it. That'll be it. Thanks for that.
That's the
On
sound
that
of your
note,
brain.
sorry, but more, this is a bit like
The best TV series
I'm
of
not-
all
I
time.
don't know, like the best or the most horrific. It's called
Bit
The
of both.
Boys. I think we've spoken about it. So when I was
So
writing
good.
this, it is a bit like I'm in a bit of a hero zone at the minute.
Yeah.
Awful.
Okay, come on.
Scenario 3.
So this is the last one, okay.
You're on a high-speed chase with villains in a stolen sports car.
Oh, okay.
What would you do?
Am I chasing them?
You're on a high-speed chase
With
with villains in
Okay.
a stolen sports car. What would you do? Option A, execute a jaw-dropping drift manoeuvre around a tight corner, leaving the villains in awe of your driving skills. Option B, press a button on the dashboard that activates a hidden confetti cannon, distracting the villains with a glittery spectacle while you make a quick escape. Or option C, you suddenly realise that you left the car's sunroof open and use this to your advantage by throwing various household items like a rubber duck or a toaster at the pursuing villains to keep them at bay. What would you do?
Okay, so they're chasing me in the car.
They're chasing you.
Okay.
Obvious what you're going to do.
First and foremost, I want to know, like, what have I done to be chased by villains?
Doesn't
The
matter.
drifting manoeuvre, I like it. But
That's
again,
so
is
you,
it
isn't it?
gonna
Like
be,
handbrake turn.
yeah, is it going to be enough to get them?
Wheel
is that,
spin.
Is that going to be enough to get them out of your way?
Well,
Who knows?
they're just left in awe. They stop. He's so cool. He's so cool.
No, I think confetti cannon.
Yeah,
much
love
more
it.
fun.
Imagine, psh, glitter.
At least I'm going to go out in a blaze of glory.
Love it. You get away. You get away.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to glitter them, and then you're going to go.
Okay.
And they're going to be like sat there going, oh my God, what just happened? Imagine that.
And now they just stop chasing me.
Yeah.
Okay. So for all
Imagine that.
questions, I'm going B.
Love it.
Go and
Oh, is
B.
it all B?
All B.
Wow.
Yeah,
what does
there
that
you go.
say about you?
I like to be correct.
Like
Hey,
to-
who's not
like
having a good
to
time?
Have a giggle.
Is that it? Is that it?
That's
Is
it.
that it done? All right, lovely.
Wow, really like put an end to that, didn't you?
Well, I didn't know. I
So,
didn't know.
is that it? Oh, yeah. Will you come up with something next time, James? If it's not good enough,
Okay.
if it's not up to your standards.
Okay.
Come on then, give me one. Come
okay.
on, let's do it.
I'm going to press the wrong
Yeah,
jiggle now.
fucking do it.
Okay. Somebody comes up to you because they know that you're Hayley from Orange Lamb. You look at their website and they've got substandard branding. It's not aligned with their perfect message.
I wouldn't
They're
know.
not consistent with their target audience. Do you A, give them some free tips and advice? Do you B, create a Canva course because all you ever do is talk about fucking making a Canva course? Or do you C, pitch them your £4,500 brand overhaul package, which includes a fantastic website, social media, and consultancy?
By the way, your jaw looked really odd. Like horrible.
You know, you know when people people say that I'm like a horrible sex pest to you.
You are.
You're a vicious little troll to me.
It's good. Put a little troll in, Ali. Hello, Ali.
Go on, what would you do?
None of those things
what would you-
because I listen and I wouldn't project myself
Oh,
on someone
fuck
unless
off.
they wanted
Here
to
we
get some
go.
advice from me.
Oh, my good God. That's how we work at Orange Lamb.
I'm
Orange
all
Lamb.
about listening. I wouldn't just tell people like what they
You're
need to
all
do.
about listening?
Apart from when it comes to you. But
Wow. Nose whistle then. I'm all about listening. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed today's podcast. Thanks for sticking with us as we talk about navigating big decisions in life and business. I've done it again. Big decisions in life and business. Hopefully, if you're having a big decision, if you're navigating, we've been your co-pilot for the
Oh, I
navigation.
like it. I want a pilot's hat.
We'll be back. I'd like to have a pilot's hat. Oi, oi. I'd like to be in a pirate outfit.
Pirate?
Did you say pirate?
Pilot.
Oh, talking about different things. I'm no
Didn't know that was your thing.
No, I didn't know either. Just been here. If you enjoyed this podcast, give us a 5-star review wherever the fuck you give reviews. If you're on YouTube, slag us off. We couldn't give a fuck.
Simon,
And we'll
couldn't
see
give a
you again.
shit.
Yeah, piss off, Simon. Piss off out of it. We'll see you next week for another installment of the Business Marriage Podcast. We're loving goodbye.
This show is a Phonic Media production.